Listen, bruv, that's exactly what Will Ospreay wants the fans to do, is he tells them why they should watch AEW instead of WWE. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. And Will Ospreay, he's been doing an interview, and he's been giving his opinions. He's been giving some reasons why he thinks that wrestling fans should choose his company over the other company. They should choose All Elite Wrestling over WWE. And I could give you one reason why you should choose any company over WWE, and that is because WWE is fucking horrendous. It's the worst it has ever been, and Triple H is a big-nosed, boring bastard. I think that's a good enough reason to watch any company. But Will Ospreay, instead of focusing on how bad WWE is, he's got a different reason. He thinks you should be tuning into AEW because of how great Tony Khan's company is.
Yeah, it's a case of deja vu here. I mean, it feels like Will Ospreay fires digs at Triple H, WWE, whoever, every other week. I think we talked about this like 2 weeks ago, but again, right, we can turn around and talk about the wrestling as much as we want.
Is he burning bridges?
I honestly, I think in modern wrestling you can't burn bridges, not unless you get allegations against you.
True, that's actually a good point, to be fair.
We've seen it, right? If CM Punk and Scott Steiner and Jeff Jarrett, guys like that, can come back to the E, then I think anybody can, unless you've been falsely accused of something.
Yeah, I don't think Will Ospreay said anything yet that would blacklist him. He made a couple of comments about Triple H sleeping with the boss's daughter to get on top and grinding and all that stuff, and there was a bit of a negative reaction to that, but fucking
very vulgar.
Is what it is. You know what? I don't really mind the guy saying it. It just felt out of context, I thought. It didn't feel natural coming from him. The guy's a face. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not saying a face.
He said it on AEW TV. Like I remember Steiner said it in a shoot interview. He's like, Triple H, why don't you do a fucking steroids test then? When he was bashing the fact that the only reason he's in that position because he is with Stephanie.
Yeah, or it's not even like he was in a storyline or he was asked something that would give him justification to bringing that up. He just randomly brought it up out the blue. So yeah, I didn't think it was necessary with the context or whatnot. I don't have a problem with what he said. He can say what he fucking wants. There's truth to it. These people will tell you, and Shawn Michaels tried to tell us during the Hall of Fame speech that nothing in Triple H's career would have changed if he didn't marry Stephanie. And that is just bullshit, right? The guy won 14 world titles, right? The guy had reigns of terror. The guy had multiple WrestleMania main events, more than he probably deserved, to be honest. And now the guy is running WWE. Now, you can argue all the other ones, even though I will tell you for a fact I don't think he gets to 14 without marrying Stephanie. But how does he become in charge? How does he become Paul Levesque, the CEO, without the marrying Stephanie part? Because I just don't see how he becomes McMahon's chosen son over Shane if he's not his fucking son-in-law. So, Shawn Michaels can spew shite, and we know he's pretty good at that, and I respect that he's got to have his friends back, but, I think that Michaels could have been more honest. To say that nothing would change is factually, and I mean factually, untrue.
No, you're totally right, and it's like, we don't know the ins and outs of relationships backstage, but if Triple H did not marry Stephanie, I think there's other people McMahon would rather run the company than Triple H.
Listen, I'm not saying this guy would want to do it, but if Triple H isn't McMahon's son-in-law, I don't see McMahon choosing Triple H over Taker.
No, absolutely not. I think Taker's the one guy that I think would have been the guy, if McMahon would have picked.
Yeah, I think if Taker was... And people can say, but Triple H won't like that. He was more invested in that. He wanted to learn more about that, maybe more than Taker, which I don't think is true, because I think Taker has always had, backstage involvement. But I just don't see how Triple H becomes the figure in wrestling he is today without marrying Stephanie. But anyway, that doesn't really matter. What matters is that Will Ospreay's been fresh on the rants, and he says that fans should watch AEW because AEW is better than WWE in every possible way. So this is what he also said. It's a much better wrestling company. So this is what Ospreay said. in regards to that in an interview with said 100's superstar crossover Josh Martinez. Ospreay said the following, quote, "Because we smoke them in every field of wrestling, mate. We're just better. Like, I respect them. I respect every single one of them there. They're all vets. They all know what they're doing. They're great at their job. They understand getting people on their feet. But we are just so much better of a wrestling company than them. Our guys smoke them every single day of the week. They've got good guys like Gunther. They've got great guys like Randy Orton. They've got good guys like Chad Gable. I respect all of them, but on our worst day, we smoke all of you guys." End of quote. So, a bit tongue-in-cheek here. Ospreay saying, yeah, they're a good wrestling company. They're a great wrestling company. They've got good guys. They've got great guys, but their greatest guys can't even compete with our worst guys on our worst guys' worst day. Basically, what Ospreay's saying is they're good, but we're great.
You know what I mean? I'll just repeat what I said a couple of weeks ago, right? The ratings, mate, they matter, mate, alright? No one cares about the wrestling. It's like, see, for years before this shitey company existed, everyone said, oh, but look what he's done in Japan. Japan this, Japan that, 5-star, 6-star, 7, but no one cares. It's all about the stars, right? And it's all about drawing money. And AEW doesn't have any of that. And he needs to wake up and smell the coffee, right? And it's not even like he's sitting there saying our top guys are better than everyone in their company. He's literally saying everyone in AEW is better than everyone in WWE, which is just factually untrue. I don't care what you say.
Just like it would be untrue if you said everybody in WWE is better than everybody in AEW.
Yeah. There
is some people in AEW that I think are definitely better than WWE, and I think there's some people in WWE that are definitely better than others in AEW.
Yep.
Now, I mean, we could sit here and say who's got the better stars, who's got the better wrestlers, who's got this, who's got that, who's got the better promo guys. I mean, it's all a bit subjective at the end of the day. But, I mean, what we can see is no one's got a megastar. No one's got a guy that is a huge fucking ratings draw. Because both companies' ratings are down the toilet. Both companies' viewership is it the worst we've ever seen it. WWE, worst ratings we've ever seen. AEW, worst ratings we've ever seen. Both companies are in the worst place they've ever been in their career, and I get it, AEW's got a much smaller history, but I mean, AEW's never been in a position it is now. I don't care. People can talk about, WWE attendances and, AEW max deal. I mean, that's all fucking bullshit at the end of the day. The WWE viewing figures are shite. There's just no doubt about that. Less people are watching WWE than ever before. AEW, less people watching it than ever before. They're having to constantly now go to smaller arenas, not because they want the old school feel, it's because they can't sell out anything like they used to. I mean, they're probably down about 70%, 75% in attendances from what they were doing pre-COVID with Dynamites. That's a shitload of people that are no longer tuning up to watch AEW, so I don't know, if I was Ospreay, I'd be embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed because how long's this guy been in AEW? He's been in AEW during the decline, the downfall of AEW. I mean, maybe it's too early to ever say that AEW had glory days, but he wasn't around when AEW was doing the best, when it was doing its best stuff.
I'm just baffled by the fact that he's turning. The better wrestling company to me, right, is the one that draws the highest ratings and makes the most money. Now, yeah, see AEW, is it ever going to make more money in WWE? Probably not. They're always going to be at a loss due to the amount of money that Tony's pumping into it. But it's just, who cares, mate? Who cares? You do the better gymnastics. It's like movies, right, and TV shows. Who cares about the stunt doubles? You care about the people that draw the money and paid the big bills to act. You know what I mean? You look at movies, though, right? See all the top actors, they've all got their own stunt doubles. But who cares about them?
I mean, I think that's a little bit different, but I get the point you're trying to make. I mean, wrestling, there's no one doing stunt doubles, like, you're going in there, you're doing your own thing, but Will Ospreay fucking sucks, doesn't he?
Yeah, but see if WWE and AEW, right, there was nothing TV show about it, and it was all real, and they were all, wrestling to get in the Olympics. and say AEW was making less money than WWE, but they were somehow getting all the gold medals and the bronzes and the silvers, then you'd be like, well, you know what, maybe you are a better wrestling company. But guess what? Well, it's no fucking real. And the only thing that's real about it is drawing money and getting asses in seats, and they're not doing that.
I know, but even then, that's a business standpoint. Honestly, I couldn't give a fuck see if they gave us a good product and the numbers were down. I actually wouldn't care, but unfortunately, the numbers tend to reflect the product that you're giving, and the numbers are shite and the product's shite. So, aye.
It's funny. I'm surprised though that he said that like Randy Orton's a great guy, but Chad Gable and Gunther are only good guys. I'm surprised this Mark wouldn't put Gunther above Orton.
Aye, well, I mean, who knows? Maybe he doesn't like Gunther. Maybe he respects Randy Orton. Who knows? Who cares? He's getting paid $5 million a year, so he's got to defend AEW to some degree, I guess. So,
they've never had it easier, man. Get absolute jobbers getting paid. I mean, $5 million a year. Like, I mean, that's no pocket. I mean, it's pocket change to Tony Khan, but that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, he needs to do something about this. He can't be happy with the money his son's handing it to these people.
No, I know. So you look at average salaries in the world, man. It's like this guy's getting $5 million for what? You could literally send anyone else out in the AEW to get the same numbers as him.
Yeah, I just don't get it. It's like in the NFL, nobody cares about someone's For example, let's just take Patrick Mahomes. He can be a great passer of the ball, or he can put on entertaining football matches. But see if he wasn't fucking good at winning. See if he wasn't good at making the difference and getting his team on the line and getting W's. He wouldn't be getting paid the big bucks. But with AEW, it's different. Same way, like even if you take it from like a CAM perspective, like the Jacksonville Jaguars, they will pay people to win them games of football. And they might not necessarily care about how they win it or the style they win it, but the most important thing is to win the game. I mean, they don't care if you put on an entertaining, that was a great game of football, but we lost. They want you to win. And the same with Fulham Football Club, it's like, they want results. Yeah, it helps if you have an attractive play style and getting those results, but results are the most important thing. But you got to keep in mind in wrestling, it is fake, so it's not the same.
Yep.
A win in wrestling isn't the same as getting a win in a win in the NFL for Jacksonville Jaguars is winning the game, getting to the playoffs. A win for Fulham in football is winning the game, keeping Fulham in the Premier League, trying to push for a European spot. A win in wrestling for AEW, that's not Will Ospreay pinning somebody's shoulders into the mat for a free count, because that's fake. A win for Will Ospreay would be like merchandise sales, would be bringing viewership into TV programs like Dynamite. A win would be him contributing to pay-per-view buy rates. That's the wins that Will Ospreay should be contributing to in wrestling, because like I said, the actual in-ring part is fake. But for some reason, he's contributing to fuck all but the downfall of this company. So again, I wonder what Shariq Khan thinks of this guy getting $5 million a year.
No, you've hit the nail on the head there. See, in sports, right, there's a lot of people who are entertainers, and they've got more charisma than the actual winners. But the reality is, they're not winning. You look at every sport, man, there's people that will entertain you more than the best person. But that doesn't mean they're the best. And it's the same way. But the difference is, that's real. This ain't. They think they're the better wrestling company because Davey Boy Meltzer whips out the more 5-star matches to them. Oh, I've had 44 5-star matches and Kurt Angle didn't get one. We're better, guys. No, you're not. Who cares what See, when Dave Meltzer dies, what happens? Is there going to be like a bloody mourning? There's going to be a full episode of Dynamite dedicated to Dave Meltzer, the man that wished out the stars. Stars in your eyes. No, honestly, remember you got HBK against Ray, right? When Eddie passed away and all those matches. You remember when Owen died, it was Brett against Benoit. See, when Dave Meltzer passed away, are we going to get Ospreay against Okada? Omega against Ricochet? And they're going to wrestle their arse off to get some 5 stars in heaven?
A DM, Black Armband?
That's pathetic, man.
Dave Meltzer.
No, but that's what they think's winning. It's tragic.
Yeah, I mean, but the wins are, like I said, making money for the company and selling merchandise.
Yeah, you're right.
And getting viewership on TV and
a win would be like
buy rates.
seem to go back to Wembley next year, selling it again instead of doing 43,000 or whatever they did.
Yeah,
that's a win.
A win's not Tony Khan saying to you backstage, "Oh, Ospreay, you're going over tonight." That doesn't justify your $5 million fucking salary.
It's pathetic, man.
You know, it is. I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, that's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Fog Wrestling. Let us know your thoughts down below. Is AEW so much better of a wrestling company than WWE? Is every wrestler in AEW better than every wrestler in WWE? Ospreay seems to think so. Didn't this guy like diagnose himself with some form of something or
autism?
I think he clearly has got it. Like.
No, he does. I think it might be Asperger's. He's got something. To
come out with some of these fucking comments, like, you know, maybe this guy needs someone to train him on media, or because that's just, I don't know, that's a ridiculous comment to make. Anyway, guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.